It began in May. And every month after that, whenever the moon was full, it happened again. And again.
What was that? It's over there. Point that at me.
Nobody knew who or what was responsible.
Come on.
They only knew it had to be stopped. Now, from the master of mystery and suspense, Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet, the last glimmering hope.
Silver Bullet is an underrated 80s werewolf movie and was the first horror movie that truly terrified me. Based on Stephen King's novella Cycle of the Werewolf, the movie tells the story of a small town terrorized by a series of brutal killings. People start to believe there's a maniac on the loose, but soon it becomes clear that something unnatural is lurking in the shadows. The story follows a wheelchair-bound boy named Marty, played by Corey Haim, his sister Jane, played by Megan Follows, and their drunken but lovable Uncle Red, played by Gary Busey. The relationship between these three is the heart of the film. Haim's performance as Marty makes him one of the most endearing protagonists of 80s horror, while Busey delivers the perfect blend of comic relief and reluctant heroism as Uncle Red. He's easily my favorite character in this one. As the killings grow more frequent and savage, Marty becomes convinced that the killer is a werewolf. After a terrifying encounter on a bridge where he wounds the werewolf and barely escapes with his life, Marty has witnessed the undeniable truth. He must now convince his sister and uncle before the werewolf comes for him next. The transformation scenes here are effective, even if there are better examples out there in other werewolf films. The film relies more on suspense and atmosphere than showing the werewolf, which works in its favor. When you do see the beast in action, it's terrifyingly brutal. This werewolf absolutely tears people apart, and some of the kills are fairly graphic. But it's the kills that they never show, or the reactions of the other characters are all you see, that are the most effective. What really sells Silver Bullet is its small town setting. You can feel the growing paranoia and fear as the body count rises, and the town grapples with the idea of a monster in their midst. Much like with Cat's Eye, the final act is the best part of the movie. Uncle Red has a single silver bullet crafted from Marty and Jane's silver pendant and crucifix in preparation for their showdown with the werewolf, even though he still doesn't believe in it. When the werewolf finally makes an appearance, it makes for one of the most satisfying final battles in a horror movie. There may be better werewolf movies out there, but I stand by Silver Bullet as one of the best. It could be argued that it's a little predictable if you're familiar with Stephen King's tropes, but that's certainly not a bad thing. Silver Bullet is a solid horror movie that is less about the tragic tale of someone cursed with lycanthropy, like so many other werewolf movies, and more a straightforward tale in the tradition of werewolf folklore, where there is a beast on the loose that only comes out at night to prey on humans. Pick a night where the moon isn't quite so full, and press play.
See ya, and I'll raise you this.
Can't bet managers. You can't bet managers.
Okay.
We said time and time again, you can't bet managers.
So I'll bet you a Yankee.
Piss on the Yankees, piss on the Indians, piss on the Phillies, piss on the... Piss on...
Fuck, boy.